everybody, welcome back to the Matt's Railway Adventures YouTube channel. Thank you very much for joining me today on a little adventure. And today I've come to somewhere I've actually never been before. So it's going to be completing a little. I'm at Cranmore Station, which is the terminus and headquarters of the East Somerset Railway, which is like a 1.8 mile little bit of what used to be the Cheddar Valley line. So it's going to be good to have a little ride along here. Literally just go from here up to Mendip Vale, have a few minutes at Mendip Vale, then we reverse again. It's going to be good to see this. We're due to set off in about 10 minutes. So, yeah. Let's go have a little look like beforehand, see what it looks like along here, and it should be quite good. Not just the railway here, you've also got a whole lot of other bits to see, like museums and whatnot. I will be, yeah. We're just going to watch it go off, yeah. So, putting it, at least the first one, is 4555.
This one.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what year it's in. I think it's set in spring or Johnson.
I'm sorry for the details, eh?
I don't know what year. Oh, wait, up there.
Yeah.
So that's going to be here for the whole year.
Oh, brilliant.
And we've got our signal box.
Yeah, I did read about the signal box there.
You can go in it. As long as that's timed on it, that's the signal box open and you go in it.
Brilliant. I'll have a look at it, one. Over there, we've got the rebuilt platform 2, again with old traditional sign. Yep, got a signal box there. There's a little waiting shelter there as well. So when the railway was first shut back in the 60s, it was reopened. Platform 2 was actually demolished. Then through some National Lottery grants, they were able to redo it, and they predominantly did it at the beginning of 2020. Well, when things are a bit quieter with all the things that we do not mention on videos which go on certain websites. Yeah, let's have chosen a nice enough day to come out and do this. So, yeah, I'm looking forward to taking you for a little ride along the railway, see what we can see, and yeah, hopefully it'll be a nice little day. So I'll come back when we set off. So we're making our way through the Somerset County. So what would have been Mendip back in the day. All very nice at the minute. It's definitely ready for me up there as you could say a hidden little gem. The views are quite nice as well, actually. As you can see, it's got nice greenery. If you look at that side, you've also got a bit of greenery and some old, well, very old stock there. We've just been through the Merrifield Lane. Very, very rarely used. Mainly out for like a DMU stuff. So Merrifield Lane for the East Somerset Railway is a bit like Norton for the West Somerset Railway, very rarely used. This is the shapes. It'd be nice to be able to go and have a look. Next up will be Mendip Vale, where the engine will go around, and then we'll be heading back down the line to Cranmore. Right, so we're here at Mendip Vale, which is the other end of the line. It's actually quite a long platform here, but off we actually got here. Benches, some information boards.
You alright up there? Because it looked like you were struggling getting down. Oh yeah, I've done that before. I was connected, I just went like that. I even went round the curve. Yeah.
That's quite interesting, that little bit there. Like about the closures of the stations and whatnot. It's actually quite cool here and scenic. And the engine's now off to the disconnect has been uncoupled. For 555.
I think it's 12. When Ian goes on the tickets. Yeah, we've got Wi-Fi, haven't we?
I know I had problems, but in the end I just had a hand pump one. I didn't bother with for that trip. Yeah.
Yeah, alright.
I hate it's a big van trip. I am on glory anything like that. You can have lots of little things. And I it's like with my
Couldn't get
cars,
hanging
if
out
I
with
can, I save up to
So that one at Luanka, is that West Somerset Railway, isn't it?
Still
Luanka, that's
could I
West Somerset
have
one.
a beer in
Is there a North Somerset one there as well?
What roast chicken?
More transporters.
No, because she said.
There's cat or eggs. Cat is meant. That's why a lot of the old railways.
It's a chicken farm. We're coming up to it behind the
Right. They're back at Cranmore, and it appears that the engine at the minute is taking on water. They're going to be getting ready to go back out for the next run up to Mendip Vale. So they'll probably reverse back past the train to reconnect down the far end. Yep, there is the train itself. You've got just next to it here, you've got what's it called? East Somerset Models, a little model shop. Then we can let's walk up here to Tick Officer's shop. That's better. Yes. Building. It was all redone in 1991, the station building. But it still looks like from the period. The canopy still looks quite nice. If we just come down the stairs, once the next train's gone, I'll be able to show you everything. Both 13. There you go. East Somerset Railway, Cranmore Station. That's what the outside looks like. Yeah, so there's a nice large free car park as well to entice people. And of course a little play area. What else could you ask for? So to keep your little ones entertained. Yeah, I think I'll show you there. I'll try and show you a little bit more when the next train's gone, when you can take that one. Then I'll probably do the third one, so which is at 2. So yeah, do that. So yep, I'll come back to you in a little bit. Right, let's try again. So the history of the West Somerset Railway. It is a 2.9 or 1.8 mile heritage railway in Somerset, in what used to be Mendip before it all got made into one unitary council. The line originally was part of the Mendip Vale line, which used to run from Witham to Yatton, meeting the Somerset Dorset Joint Railway at Wells. It had been considered for closure before the Reshaping of British Railways report by Dr. Beeching, which was released in March 1963. It saw a lot of closures, unfortunately. The line was first opened 9th of November 1858 between Witham and Shepton Mallet. It was planned by our good friend Isabard Kingdom Brunel, built by Dr. Ward and Dr. Brotherwood. Stations at Shepton Mallet and Witham Friary, plus bridges along the line, were constructed of inferior oolite from Dolting Stone Quarry. The line was extended to Wells in 1862. It officially opened 1st of March 1862, and that meant the line length was increased to 22.2 kilometres, or in today's money, 13.79 miles. The East Somerset Railway was bought by the original Great Western Railway 2nd of December 1874, just after it being converted from broad gauge to standard gauge. In 1878, Great Western Railway joined the East Somerset line with the Mendip Vale line to Wells, which had been built by the Bristol and Exeter Railway, running trains through the Somerset and Dorset Joint Railway Wells station at Priory Road. However, the Great Western Railway didn't actually stop services there until 1934. When this happened, main traffic became through trains from Yatton to Witham, and the East Somerset Railway Station in Wells closed, and the station at Tucker Street in Wells, which is still visible, it's now, I believe, a garage, became the main station in Wells. Passenger services on the line finally ceased 7th of September 1963. However, bitumen trains continued until 1985. So Cranmore Station and some of the land around it had been purchased by an artist named David Shepherd in 1971 and 72 to house a couple of his locomotives and someone to run them. It was to house the British Rail Class 210 Class 9F 92203 Black Prince and the British Rail Standard 4460 number 752029 the Green Knight. The line then reopened in 1973, offering break van rides before extending to Merrifield Lane, which unfortunately is very rarely used now. It caters for many DMUs. In 1980, and that was from Cranmore West, which is now where the engine sheds are, and then to Mendip Vale, and then to Cranmore in 1985, giving us what we've got now. 2005 saw an order by the Secretary of State for Transport, which allowed a further 660 yards of track to be used, whilst on the 25th of March 2007, the East Somerset Railway announced that it had received a grant of £7,500 from the Shepton 21 group, and the money was due to be spent looking into a feasibility study for extending the line back towards Shepton Mallet with a potential new terminus at Canard Bay, which hasn't happened yet, but never know, it may happen in the future. Yeah, that is the history of the West Somerset Railway itself. And just to keep it separate, I'll find somewhere else to go over the history of Cranmore Station shortly. Back into Mendip Vale Station, just for the engine to come back around. Excuse me. Yeah, not very much history I can find about Mendip Vale Station. It's the western terminus of the East Somerset Railway. All trains terminate here. There's normally about a 5 to 10 minute wait whilst the engine runs round to change ends. There has been a footpath constructed to allow public access to the station, which is good. And shortly, the engine will come up this line here to rejoin at the top end. Take us back down to Cranmore. Right, third time, lucky, cross your fingers. So yeah, if you can start this by introducing yourself and what you do for me, please.
Hello, my name is Ollie and I'm a guard on the East Somerset Railway, and I
And what first got you into trains and railways?
it got to the point where it's a full-time job now, basically. But I only do like every other weekend now, to be honest. So it's really fun doing this job. I love it.
Brilliant. And of all the like home locomotives, have you got a specific one that you say is your favourite?
447, the Idol, which is in the shed at the moment, going through its overhaul. When you drive past the shed, you can see its wheels, which are just parked up. And that's probably my favourite, because it's a tender engine, which at the time, before they were scrapped, they were my favourite steam engines.
Brilliant. And if you could have one steam locomotive to work the line, even just for one day, what one would it be?
The A360-103 Flying Scotsman, because that's the world's famous steam locomotive, and we want to draw the crowds, where if we had Flying Scotsman here, we'd have like over 1,000 people to do it, probably. I wouldn't be surprised if there is. So.
And I know you said off camera you're doing it later on this year up at West Somerset Railway.
West Somerset.
Guessing that's something that you're looking forward to as a once in a lifetime experience.
Yeah, I have seen that Flying Scotsman before at Wesley Temple Station, platform 7. I'm not sure when though. I can't remember when, but I just know that I went and seen it. And at Wesley Temple, that's all I remember, to be honest.
And if you could have any other locomotives down here for one day, is there any you would go for?
The Terrier, which was when I went to the steam gala, West Somerset Railway, I actually seen the Terrier for the first time in my life. So Terrier probably.
Brilliant. And last but not least, if you were to try and describe the East Somerset Road to somebody who's never been, how do you describe it to entice them to come and visit?
I just say you're able to visit the shed and see all the locomotives, and you're able to look in the workshop and see what the progress is of other steam engines that's being rebuilt, and you can see David Shepherd's memorial exhibition, which I would recommend. So yeah, I'd just say welcome to the East Somerset Railway, and what's that?
Great, thank you for that. Hopefully it's working this time.